Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekakwadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled, The Most High is no respecter of persons. Acts chapter 10 and 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, Of a truth, I perceive that the Most High is no respecter of persons. And our case example will be Yahushua. But in every nation, Israelites, he that fears him, Israelites, and works righteousness, Israelites, is accepted with him. The word which the Most High sent unto the sons of Israel, preaching peace by Yahushua Mashiach. And this came with a sacrifice. So let's go to Psalm chapter 2 and verse 7. I will declare the decree. Yahweh has said unto me, You are my son, referring to Yahushua. This day have I begotten you. Yahushua is the only spirit Yahweh created. So let's go to John chapter 3 and verse 16. For the Most High so loved the world, referring to the world of Israel, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. So again, the world is talking about the world of Israel. Now, within the world of Israel, the Most High is only dealing with the elect, okay? Starting with the 144,000. These are the individuals that will believe on Yahushua and not perish, but have everlasting life. Okay? And just to further the point, Yahushua is classified as the Most High's only begotten Son. Again, begotten, meaning he's the only spirit Yahweh has ever created. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 17. And he said unto him, Why call you me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if you will enter into life, keep the commandments. Yahushua was perfect. Okay, he never sinned as himself. So what is he talking about? How can the Most High only be good if Yahushua never sinned? Unless it's a concept we call reincarnation. So Yahushua understood that he was Adam, Isaac, and King Solomon. Okay? And this is the reason why he said to the man, Why call you me good? There is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if you will enter into life, keep the commandments. So let's go into Matthew chapter 27 and verse 20. Now this is leading into the incident, the crucifixion. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and murder Yahushua, hence destroy. The governor Pilate answered and said unto them, Whether of the two will you that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas. Pilate said unto them, What shall I do then with Yahushua, which is called Mashiach, which means anoint, or the anointed? They all said unto him, Let him be crucified. And the governor said, Why? What evil has he done? But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified. When Pilate said, Salakia saw that he could prevail nothing, but that rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See you to it. And no, he's not, because he was the governor, and he had the last say so. Verse 25. Then answered all the people and said, His blood be on us and on our children. Hence Jachin these impoverished neighborhoods getting gunned down. Okay. Verse 26. Then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Yahushua, he beat Yahushua, or had him beaten, he delivered him to be crucified. Verse 27. Then the soldiers of the governor took Yahushua into the common hall, and gathered unto him the whole band of soldiers. And they stripped him and put on him a scarlet robe, and when they had platted a crown of thorns, they put it on his head, and with a reed in his right hand, and they bowed the knee before him, and mocked him, saying, Hail, King of the Jews! And they spit on him, and took the reed, and smote him on the head. And after that they had mocked him, they took the robe off from him, and put his own raiment on him, and led him away to be crucified. So Pilate scourged Yahushua. And after this scourge, what happened? The soldiers mocked him, gave him a reed to place in his hand, put on a platted crown of thorns, okay, and put on purple raiment, okay. And then they took the reed and they struck him on his head. I want to say that scarlet may be red. I think scarlet is red. Yep, scarlet is red. Let me just be for sure. Yep. Okay. Now, keep this in mind. Yahushua is the only begotten Son of the Most High. Okay? And we just read this grievous incident, okay, leading into the crucifixion. Okay? He was beaten, okay, prior to him hanging on that tree. So, let's go back to, or Salakia, let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 7 and verse 8. Now therefore, so shall you say unto my servant David, Thus said Yahweh of hosts, I took you from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be ruler over my people, over Israel. And I was with you whithersoever you went, and have cut off all your enemies out of your sight, and have made you a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more as before time. Do you hear that, Edom? You are the sons of wickedness. And this prophecy is about to happen. Okay, and that place is Israel. Verse 11. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused you to rest from all your enemies, also Yahweh tells you that he will make you an house. And when your days be fulfilled, and you shall sleep with your fathers, I will set up your seed after you, which shall proceed out of your bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. Okay, forever, an everlasting kingdom. So the kingdom of Solomon is a prelude of the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it's nothing but a prelude or a foreshadow. Verse 14, I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men, those fucking Romans. Okay, and that's the point, because there's nowhere in history where King Solomon was chastened, okay, with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. Okay, this is foreshadowing Yahushua. This is how we know that Yahushua was King Solomon. Okay, now this lesson supports what? That the Most High is not a respecter of persons, okay? Because he sacrificed his only begotten son for the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect. And Yahushua had to pay for his sins first, and then the nation of Israel's sins second. Okay, starting with the elect, beginning with the 144,000. Okay, so we all made that sacrifice. Yahweh sacrificed Yahushua. Yahushua sacrificed himself, and we're following that spiritual stead of Yahushua by sacrificing ourselves via the Spirit. Okay, hence Romans chapter 12 and verse 1. We are presenting our bodies as that sacrifice, just like Big Bro. Now, so let's go to Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 22. By so much was Yahushua made a surety of a better testament. And they truly were many priests, because they were not suffered to continue by reason of death. But this man, because he continues ever, has an unchangeable priesthood, okay? And that's literal. Wherefore he is able also to save them to the uttermost that come unto the Most High by him, seeing he ever lives to make intercession for them. He's our mediator. And this is ongoing. Verse 26, for such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens, who needs not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins and then for the people's. For this he did once when he offered up himself. Yahushua. Okay? So Yahushua did what? Let's read it again. Who needs not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice, first for his own sins and then for the people's. For this Yahushua did one time only, when he offered up himself. Okay, so he paid for his sins, and then he paid for the nation of Israel's sins, beginning with the elect. Okay, and as you can see, all right, the Most High is not a respecter of person or persons, because Yahushua asked the Most High 3 times in the garden of Gethsemane, okay, was there any other way? And the Most High did not give him an answer, but he gave him a spiritual answer by not saying nothing 3 times. Okay, so Yahushua had to go through the process. It was agreed upon as well. It was scripted already in the spiritual realm. Revelation, the 5th chapter. And verse 5, and one of the elders said unto me, weep not. Me is referring to John the Revelator. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. And I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb, as it had been slain, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High, sent forth into all the earth. And he came and took the book out of the right hand of him, Yahweh, that sat on the throne. So because Yahweh was obedient unto death, okay, he reconciled our relationship, okay, with the Most High. And when I say our relationship, I'm talking about the nation of Israel only, beginning with the elect at this time frame, starting with the 144,000. And he suffered a grievous death, hence the crucifixion. Okay? And the Most High made him pay for his sins. So we can truly say that the Most High, okay, is not a respecter of person. Okay? He didn't make it easy for you, Yahushua. Hell, he made it harder. Okay? Yahushua had the hardest role out of all of us. Okay? And via his obedience, now we have everything through him. Lord will, this was edifying. Shalom.